Night was enveloping the wild forest with its gloomy blanket when I decided to spend the night by the fire. The fire whispered soothing crackles, giving the illusion of safety in this dangerous place. I sat wrapped in my sleeping sack, expecting peace after a long day of traveling. But soon a strange rustling among the trees cut through the silence. I raised my head, gazing warily into the darkness of the surrounding forest. Dark shadows danced among the trees like ghosts, evoking ghostly images in my imagination. My heartbeat quickened as a faint glow appeared from afar. Ghostly figures loomed out of the darkness, moving slowly but determinedly toward my camp. Their silhouettes were blurred, their faces shrouded in sadness and hopelessness. Suddenly, they stopped in front of my campfire. Their eyes glowed with an unnatural luster while their figures swayed in the wind like leafy branches. My breath caught as they began to emit ghostly moans and whispers. My hands trembled as I realized that these were unusual beings from the netherworld. Their suffering and loss permeated my soul, enveloping me in invisible shackles. The ghostly figures began to slowly approach me, their voices penetrating my ears as if whispering terrible secrets. My nerves were torn between a desire to flee and an indescribable interest to learn their story. But suddenly, my campfire began to flicker and go out, plunging me into total darkness. I found myself alone with these ghostly creatures, who continued to approach, making increasingly shrill sounds. 50 meters remained, me courage waned, and I fled, driven by a cold wind that seemed to be the breath of the ghosts themselves. I didn't know where to run, but fear was my guide. Finally making my way out of the forest, I looked back at its gloomy depths. The ghosts were gone, and only the rustle of leaves in the wind reminded me of what I had experienced. The night remained the secret of the forest. I can't understand what happened,